Well, now that summer's off the table, let's have one last summer beer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how are you all doing today? Thank you for joining the channel. If you like what you're listening to, give me a good like, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel. So what we have here today, we have a Hefeweizen, if I'm saying that correctly. We have a Hefeweizen Washout wheat, and it is brewed by Holy City Brewing. Let me, there you go. That's a pretty cool can right there. I like that. And I went over to Holy City Brewing's website here, and which is based out of Charleston. And it says, this is named for a locally loved section of Folly Beach. Washout wheat is an excellent hot weather beer and our first wheat beer. We checked the overdone spice additions of coriander and orange peel at the door and instead let the wheat and the yeast work their respective magic. The notes of banana and clove come entirely from that magic, not from any additional ingredients. The end result is a no-frills wheat experience, one that quenches your thirst with no extra hang-ups. So I had picked this up a while back. Actually, we had went to the beach for a trip here beginning of August, and I happened to have a few left over. I did enjoy this beer very much, so I have had it before. It is really good, especially if you like a wheat beer. So I did enjoy it. And the beer stats here, it is a Hefeweizen. It is wheat. It has a 5.3% ABV. It has an IBU of 10, and it says the hops that were used were Hallertau Mittelfrüh, if I'm saying that correctly. Yeast were German Hefe, and German Hefe, however you'd like to say that. I am Southern. Pronunciation, you can forget that. It's out the door. Malts, pale, wheat. So like I said, I do enjoy this can. It's a real bright and colorful can, brewed and canned at Holy City Brewing, North Charleston, South Carolina. So if you ever find yourself in Charleston, South Carolina, be sure to go and check those guys out. They do put out a lot of good beer. I do enjoy them very much. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and crack open this one. And you can get some sound effects there. And this, of course, you can actually taste the bananas in it. It's not overpowering. I myself am not a fan of bananas, I can assure you. But this is a very delicious, very refreshing beer. And so this is perfect for a hot day on the beach. I assure you, this is really good. Now, it has warmed up since I have come into the studio. It is still a little warm out here. But like I said, tomorrow's the first day of fall, so I figured I'd do, we're going to escort summer out the door properly. So here we go. It is still rather cold. It did have a little bit of a head on it when I first poured it. However, that has dissipated. So yeah, immediately I am catching some banana, and it's not unpleasant by any means. You think, wow, how is that working in a beer? But it works. It's refreshing. Like I said, it's really a light beer. There's really no hang up as far as the aftertaste goes, because there's not much of one. So it's a very mild beer, which I care for. But this is really good, and I have enjoyed them. What's left of them anyway. That's good stuff. And my story today that goes along with this is actually, how did they come about getting this, the name for the beer, Washout Wheat. Now, this is not anything. This is just my interpretation of it, because I am familiar. There is a section of Folly Beach on the coast of South Carolina, right outside of Charleston, that many years ago, Hurricane Hugo came through. Those of us that are old enough to remember. I remember because I was sleeping in the hallway with my parents at the time because the hallway was safe back then. So that's where we were at. So anyway, when Hugo came through, from my understanding, this is what I've heard. I have not read this anywhere, but this is what I have been told. This is the way I understand it. So if I am wrong, please don't hold it against me. So when Hugo came through, this particular section of Folly Beach had experienced more damage than the rest, and there was an actual, a bunch of houses there, beach houses, at one point before Hugo came through. And when that storm came through, it actually demolished a lot of structure and things that were there. And what it has done over the years, it has actually created like the perfect surf spot. And because there's nothing really there to hold back the wind as far as the creation of the waves and things of that nature, so it makes it really an ideal spot for surfers. And it's one of my favorite spots of Folly Beach. If me and my family find ourselves at Folly Beach, that's usually where we head to. Now I will give you a warning of caution that it's real easy to get a parking ticket there, and they're not cheap. So be careful and drive safe. And don't be drinking one of these while you're out there. So if you hear kids right now, I do apologize. Those are my neighbors. They might be my kids. I don't know. But there's kids outside right now, so I do apologize. But anyway, guys, join me next time. Like I said, if you like what you see, if you like what you're hearing, stick around. I like to share a lot more with you. So stay safe and don't let the COVID get you down. Y'all come back now.